Hello everyone, welcome back to Southwest Wisconsin Metal Detecting. This is Steve. Nice to see you again. Today I had the opportunity to detect a 1920s farmhouse. Had a long day, but it was well worth it. I found some silver, some really nice relics, so let's get right to the hunt. Well, my target today is a 2526, so let's see what she is. Just ended up being a grommet. Hopefully we'll do better today. This early 1900s farmhouse. On to the next beat. Well, I'm getting a little closer to the clothesline, and I marked this one with that yellow leaf. It's a solid 13. We're hoping it could be a nickel, hopefully an older one. Let's see what it is. Well, the last target I was digging at ended up being just about a 6-inch piece of copper, so I didn't bother to film it. This one I was underneath the clothesline. I think it's copper. So I think it's just a cover or something. Maybe a nail hole went through there. But it kind of looked like a old military hat too, so just thought I'd get her on film and do a little research. On to the next beat. I wasn't finding anything underneath the clothesline here, so I switched to the new 4 kilohertz frequency, and it was a really good hit, showing like a 26, and it ended up being just some horse tack. On to the next beat. It's been kind of a slow morning today. Just dug a mason jar lid. Says genuine zinc cap for ball mason jars. On to the next beat. I was getting a pretty tight 26 on the Equinox 800, right at the bottom of that, and it looks like a token maybe. I'll get her cleaned up, see what we got here. Be right back. It is a token, and this is super exciting for me. Says good for 2.5 cents in trade, and on the back it says Heberline, Fenimore. Being that's my wife's hometown and where I've lived for 28 years, I think this is the first token I've ever got that actually was from Fenimore. So I am stoked. On to the next beat. Well, out of this hole, I just plopped it out. I think it was a good 6 inches down. I did pick it up. Not sure if that's a pin on the back, but it kind of looked like it had some fancy. Yeah, it does. I will get this brushed up and we'll see what we got going here. Be right back. Well, I do believe it was a pin. Probably got some gold gilt on it, I think. But I don't see any initials or writing on it. And I do believe that to be period of this house. On to the next beep. Well, my good target is a pink Cadillac. I'll get her cleaned up, see what she looks like. Well, I believe it's made by Mabu, M-A-H-B-U company in China. It's a nice little pink Cadillac though. Windshield's lost, but on to the next beat. Out of this hole, it was actually in the plug at about 4 inches. It looks to be penny size. I believe it's a wheat cent. I had turned it over. I'll get her cleaned up, see what we got here today. 'Tis a 1945D. On to the next beep. Well, this target kind of fooled me. It was not coming up as iron, and it did end up being the top to a mason jar lid, but since we're here and I collect them, I'll get her milk glass cleaned up, see what we got. Be right back. It ended up being genuine zinc cap for ball mason jars. On to the next beat. In this hole, I got what's probably a penny. It was pretty green looking. Hoping it's a Wheatie or an Indian. I'll get it cleaned up, be right back. It ended up being a wheat cent with just beautiful green patina on it. And it's a relatively early one, 1920. Philadelphia. Maybe we'll get on some silver today. On to the next beep. Well, I'm gonna have to try to definitely block the wind today. Out of this hole, it looks like I might have got another wheat cent. Get her cleaned up, be right back. This wheat cent ended up being a 1953D. All right, awesome. On to the wheat cents. On to the next beep. Well, I think I'm going to do a live dig. They don't usually turn out too well, but this is such a sweet signal. Let's give it a try. Well, I think that paid off. Mercury dime, I believe. I'm going to get this sprayed off. Sweet. Well, I do not see a mint mark, but we have, of course, 1944. All right, a successful live dig, unbelievable. On to the next beep. I've got a really good signal in this plug, so I thought we'd try to reveal it live here. Hopefully we could get 2 live digs in a row. Well, I guess not. We've got a clad dime. On to the next beep. I had another pretty sweet signal in this hole, but it was jumpy, so I wasn't filming it live, but now I think I will. Because I think I see a rim there. Let's get her dug out and see what we got. Kind of looks dime size. Oh, it's reeded. Well, let's get some water on this. 1 dime game. I don't get to play that very often. This is pretty exciting. All right, let's find out. Barber. at 1898. Not too bad a shape. Let's see if we get a mint mark on there. Well, I don't see one, but this is fantastic. 2 silver dimes today. I've only been here for an hour and a half. On to the next beep. This signal was about 7 inches deep, and it got me some kind of toy badge here. So as usual, I'll get it cleaned up a little bit, see what we got. Be right back. Well, I got me a little junior sheriff's badge. Still got the pin. I'm not quite sure. I'll do a little research. That's probably around the 60s, 1960s maybe. I'll do some research. On to the next beep. Out of this hole, looks like I got a little piece of jewelry, possibly. I'll get her cleaned up. Be right back. Well, I believe it was supposed to be worn around the neck, and I'm not quite sure if it held a big old stone or possibly a picture, but it's period to the house, that's for sure. On to the next beep. Out of this hole, I believe I got a dog tag. I'll get her cleaned up and see if it's an old one or not. Be right back. It's definitely not super old. It's only 47 years old. A rabies shot from 1973. On to the next beep. This find was kind of neat. It says Otis and an address on the back. I'm thinking it's a dog tag. Kind of shaped like a fire hydrant. Kind of different. On to the next beep. this is kind of neat. Must have been a dragonfly hatch. Looks like there's hundreds of them. Never saw so many in my life. Pretty cool.